So David, how long have you been vegan?
I was just trying to remember that. Seems like maybe 4 or 5 years.
And what inspired you to become vegan?
My wife actually started it. She got interested in it. She started doing more yoga and things like that, and from there she started reading about just peaceful thinking and things like that. So after that I did vegetarian for like a week and then went straight to vegan from that.
And what is the best part about coming to the main meetup group?
Gosh, I don't know. I think it might be showing off my cooking.
Awesome, that's a good answer. It's the first one I got. That's a good one. I like it. So Shirley, how long have you been vegan?
Actually, only since March.
Nice.
So
How's it going so far?
Good.
Good. And what inspired the transition?
Well, I started to be vegetarian first, but it was only about a year ago, and I actually saw a trailer for the forks over knives, and
Yep.
what I learned about that for health reasons, really is just want to do what I can to try to prevent cancer or heart disease, because that's both of those are in my family. So did it a little slowly, and now it's easy, and I like it, and I don't miss
Great.
all the animal products.
Nice. And what's the best part about coming to the meetups? Or is this your first
This
one?
is my first one.
Yeah.
But knowing that all the food is plant-based, talking with other people who have the same beliefs and beliefs about how to eat, and it's all great for that, I think.
So Rebecca, how long have you been vegan?
I think about 4.5 years.
Okay. And what inspired you to become vegan?
It was one day I was just looking, I was taking a yoga class, I was reading a yoga magazine, and they had a recipe for a vegan soup, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And but I'd always thought vegan was really weird. I always pictured people like throwing paint on fur coats and stuff like that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, the vegans are weird. But then I started trying more vegan foods, and I really liked them. And I started reading about some of the vegan pages and just learn about what animals go through to become food, and just the benefits of being vegan. And you know, after watching, I saw Earthlings and other things, and I just said, there's no reason to keep eating animal products. There's just, and it's so much more pleasant not eating them.
Yeah.
And you can eat really well without it. And yeah, I guess I don't know if that makes sense.
It does, yeah, definitely does.
Yeah.
And what's the best part about coming to the main meetup?
Oh, it's so great to talk to other people who have similar values, who don't think you're strange for being a vegan, or who understand why you're doing it. And it's my goodness, we've been introduced to so many good restaurants and different people, and so yeah, it's a great thing. I'm glad Sarah's doing
So Dan, how long have you been vegan?
About a year and a half.
Okay, and what inspired you to become vegan?
I had a physical checkup and my doctor said I was diabetic.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm not taking any medication. I'm going to nip this in the bud. And I went to a very strict vegan diet for about 8 months. And I completely reversed all of the symptoms that diabetes was presenting. And so I started from there. So yeah.
Awesome. And so you've been good in terms of the diabetes?
I've been very good, yes. The thing that people usually think about is blood sugar.
Yeah.
But the real telltale is something called A1C.
Okay.
Which is a test that people do which tells you long-term values of your diabetic condition, and my A1C was always way down after that. So
Okay, and was your doctor receptive to you trying the vegan diet?
He thought there was something wrong with the test.
Oh, really? When you went back to
Yeah,
get,
he said nobody drops 25% in 2 months' time.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why not?
Yeah.
And he said, okay. He said, maybe it's true. He said, well, we're going to run it again anyway.
Uh-huh.
So he did it again. It came out the same value. And he said, I've never seen
Wow.
such a dramatic change in an A1C level in such a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So that,
Awesome.
that convinced me.
Yeah.
And then after that, I read the China study
Uh-huh.
and said,
Yeah.
I need to be on this path. You know?
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
it didn't have the effect I wanted it to have, which was to lose weight. But you can see I still eat too much. So calories count, even if it's vegetarian.
Right. And the food is still good, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's immense. It's immensely good.
So I've heard that this is the second time that you posted an event.
Yeah, I
here.
did this last year, a little
Yeah.
bit later in the year in September.
So
So-
what's the best part for you about being a part of this meetup group and having them come to your home? And,
Well, one thing is support. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you find out that there's a lot of people out there that think like you do, and I actually joined this group early on when I was in the process of converting over to vegan because I felt like it would be good to know people with recipes and
Right.
experience, and
yeah.
some of these people have 10, 12, 18 years of being vegan, and they're still healthy and breathing and
Yeah. They've made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they have. So my intent is to give myself the best lifestyle I can in terms of health and living long, and just so that there's so many things out there I want to do,
Yeah.
and I don't want to run out of life before I get them all done. So,
Yeah.
but hosting this has been a lot of fun for me. I mean, I like the social aspect of
Yeah.
the group, a lot of good experience and a lot of good friends. So,
Excellent.
have had a good time. I'm going to continue.
Sarah, how long have you been vegan?
Let's see, 1999, I think officially probably around April.
Okay, and what inspired you to become vegan?
Animals, I kind of went through a midlife crisis and decided that none of the major religions on the planet worked for me, and I was going to try to figure out how to be the person that I wanted to be. And part of that was about treating animals with respect and therefore not eating them. So.
And how did you go about starting this meetup? How did that come about?
Well, I had joined Meetup probably in about, I think, 2002 or 3.
And you mean the meetup.com
Yeah.
website, okay?
And I kept waiting for someone to start the vegetarian or vegan group, and nobody did. And so
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm not waiting anymore, I'm going to start it. And
Yeah.
so I decided that what it was going to be about, and I had to figure out what sort of time commitment I could bring to it. And so I just decided to go ahead and do it.
And through being here tonight, I've heard a lot of great things about you and the management of the group. So I was wondering kind of what it means to you to be doing, other than, feeling like you needed to have something here. How did you get to this point, and what is it, like, what's the best part about having this group and meeting regularly for you?
Oh, well, for me, I think, I selfishly say I've gotten the most out of this of anybody, I think, because I started off for the reasons that I just talked about, but more than anything, it's been about creating community, and I've met, it sounds cliche, but some really wonderful people, and for me it's been about helping people on their journey, and so that part has been terribly rewarding. The fact that it's grown as much as it had, I completely didn't realize that. I checked the other day, and I think we're up to about 350 households in Maine, which is kind of insane for Maine,
Yeah.
being known for hunting and just about everything but being vegan. So I'm pretty proud of that.
That's fine.